Let's see. We want to go under. We want to bring 4 rows down, and we want to make sure that there's maximum throughput here. Oh yeah. Well, thanks for joining on. We're actually very close to reaching affiliate, so the more the merrier tonight. Might push us over what we need. I think it was within, it's like 0.3 or 0.6 or something average viewers of getting affiliate, and I've been like floating at that for like a week now. So just like one extra person can make all the difference. So thanks for joining. So we're gonna cross the bus here. With whatever we're mining from up above. Just enough stretch with these red underground belts. Nope. Nope. There we go. It will come in from here. Like I said, we'll probably get 4 belts out of this. Let's just copy this and then add to it if we need to. This is pretty uniform. And maybe it's off a little bit, that's fine. In fact, I think the one down there is a little bigger, because this is going to cover most of what we need here. Put those down. Maybe add a couple more at the bottom here. Don't need all that. Yeah, overdone. Usually I would have a 4-to-4 balancer, then it would go to the trains. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll either balance up here or we can balance right here. Let's do it here. We'll grab one of our usual balancers from the belt, or from the bus. The one right here. Yeah, we'll just put it right there. Good idea. These should be pretty well powered as well because we copied the substations. How's our electricity doing? Better. So yeah, we expanded it, but I don't know what was up with when we first started. Our power was just out. Could do an 8-to-4 balance both patches. Could. I think that the patches will probably be producing enough on their own that might not be necessary, but I haven't done an 8-to-4 balancer yet, and I bet it would look really neat. Let's see, how close are they? They all come right here. Could have them go up and into it. So do we have a... You know what it is? Let's see here. I do have it. It's back over here. Gotta copy it. Nope. Not Fallout 4 mods. Factorio balancers. Oh, it's a picture. It's not a blueprint. That is 8-to-3. There's an 8-to-4. Okay, let's zoom in on that. If I can copy this by sight. So if you do run more than one train off of it, all the wagons will fill evenly. That's true. So let's cut these for right now. These are coming down just fine. We're gonna need to bring the others over right next to it. Let me run this up through here. Ah, that would be better, but okay. But actually, we would be doing 8. Now that I think about it, we could balance them both together, but we'd want to do probably 8 to 8 right now because we have 8, but we're also loading up 8. And I'm not doing multiple trains just yet, so we can change it later if we want to. But yeah, let's do an 8x8. It'll be fun. There's enough room right here. That up. Let's see here. Pick these up. Pick these up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it like this. There we go. That'll look neat. Now the 8x8 balancer. It's funny, I'm looking at it upside down and I don't want to get this wrong, so let me do it this way first. Let's move it over just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With 4 splitters. Another splitter here. 3 underground. Going to various places. I'm gonna zoom in. One that curves out here. Goes up 2. Out, up, in, an underground belt that goes in, comes out here. This is so funny. Okay, this one, there's one that goes in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. String for book. Oh, did you paste? Oh, but it didn't let you, did it? Because it was too long with all balancers. Oh, that's a good one. Can you send me a PM? I'll pick it up. I was gonna kind of thinking about making it myself, but you know what? You've tempted me, so I'll do it. 1 second. Let's see here. Gotta wait for it to load. There we go. Got it. Thank you. Copy. That's... Is that a book? Belt balancer's book. There we go. I'm just putting them down here towards the bottom. So 8 to 8. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you. Labeled well and everything. Yeah, we're looking to do that. Oh, but not with blue. Can I use, let's see, did it have, it didn't have reds. And I don't want to like do the upgrade or do the like mess with the blueprint because we'll have blue before too long. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Upgrade planner, upgrade from blue, blue, blue to red, red, red. Bingo bango. Nice. Okay, now we'll just have these over. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. just to make it look fancy. We'll have these bunch up together here. And then feed in. And we actually used up all of our red belts. So we've got a pending grocery list coming. Awesome. Look at it go. Isn't it beautiful? Thanks for the suggestion. Or rather, modification of Blitz's suggestion. Thank you. Well, yeah, we'll have this load up that way, and then it's just going to fill up the boxes. Got to turn the one belt before the balance. Left one. Oh, yep. Good eye. Nice. Okay. So what we'll have this do, we'll do a similar requester chest for coal. We're not even making solid fuel yet. Let's see. One, that's too high right here. Oh, you know what? We'll pull it in so that it's still powered, though, by the substation, since we're so close already. And as long as one of the places that these stop fuels them up, I'm happy. He's out of range. Barely out of range. Let's get one down here. Sure. Still like doing this by hand. Something fun about just throwing explosives. Oh, but this didn't get finished. So these, I'm going to do the same. We'll request empty coal. At any given time. Let's bring in train tracks. Come on, guys, we need the train tracks. So there's the off chance that it'll try to go backwards. We could say if the train is in this station, turn off the tracks back here, and then it will only go forward and go around. Or it may just detect where the other train is. I don't know. I wanted to try to avoid using train logic, even if it was being wasteful. Guess we'll see. What happened here? Could also do like crossover tracks, just to give them options. Like, let's see. Like, I don't know, because then they might start going the opposite direction. I don't know if I like that. Can it U-turn? Not really. They haven't even finished, have they? No. They haven't finished building this yet. Can they reach this? That's why they can't reach it. I didn't want to build the roboports all the way outside the wall, but I guess we will. Not that big of a deal. In fact, we'll probably expand the wall eventually. That one's already kind of close, so we can kind of come over more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make sure the train track's within range. Just use signal. I was thinking about that. I don't have much practice with signals, so I was thinking about it though. So with a signal, can you tell it? Do you have it signal when a train is stopped somewhere, or when a train's on a track somewhere? Or does the signal figure itself out in a way? You can't get what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I haven't wrapped my head quite around them yet. Does it just keep it from going while something's in the way, and then once nothing's in the way, then it goes? By the way, welcome, Sirius. Just wanted to check out a bit of this. Okay, it comes through. Signal turns red if there's a train in front of it, otherwise green. So on a loop, it would always be red then, right? Or is that like if there's a train in front of it up to the next signal? Like, how would it behave on this loop that we've created? Or, you know what we could do? I get it. I know what we could do. We could actually clean up, take out one of these, right? And then instead of having it be a loop like this, we have these be stations, right? So we have this continue straight past this station. Right, so let's see. That's off by one. Let's bring it back some. Completely new idea after we've already built half of this out. That's how my brain works. Okay, let's see. Diagonal, can you? Oh, maybe we just have it come off of here like. That. But then we put signals here, so only the train that's stopping in here like it'll be in the way, and then the other train can go around it. And we'll do the same thing here. So we'll have this. It doesn't seem to want to like continue forward like that, so we'll do something a little wonky here. Maybe we'll have it come out like that and then curve up a little far out. And this train actually pulls up to here, so it's long right here, so it can kind of come in there, maybe to there. I don't know if that's too tight of a turn. It looks, no, it does not look like it would work. Last. Gotta straighten them out. I hate when the trains are off by like one section. That should be fine. Well, I say that, but this one might be trickier. Rail into an intersection, chain out, just a general rule for signals. This will be my first practice with those, so we'll try that. It's not connected, is it? There we go. First Vanilla World had the most complex spaghetti mess of trains, and it worked. Now don't mess with them. Blitz says, then of course you can break up the track into sections so you can have multiple trains on a pathway to flow with rail signals. I'm thinking if I put signals on the ends of these stops, that'll give us exactly what we're thinking about. I still want to split them up. Oh, come on, don't go that way. There we go. Curve off like that. And then up. Quit being weird. Alright, let's see. How far did the... Oh yeah, they can reach. Whoops. Just throw a grenade at your own feet. Wiki's always useful. Okay. I'll have to check that out too in between streams. So this stops here, so we can come back in anywhere after it. So maybe we actually curve in. Let's use deconstructing. Get rid of half that. So maybe we do... Well, that would be fun, but maybe do something like that. Must have been a cliff there. Let's get some signal rail, or some rail signals, which I know that we're manufacturing just on the other side of the wall over here. We'll just run over instead of putting in a request for them. They're right down here. Yeah, we have the stops. Rail chain signal. Reads the next signal in the path to allow better control of the trains. Rail signal. Defines the rail system into blocks, allowing multiple trains to run on the same network. So the chain... I'll take a stack. How do we connect the chain to the signal? I may have to check the wiki while we're actually going. I don't know. I don't want to make it too much like, you know, you watching me stand here while I read. Look at that tree. Half the fun's probably watching me figure it out. Well, it's also probably very frustrating. Let's see. So the signals... Do we want to put the signal like before the split? Oz says, my trains were totally nuts. I had two ways going to one way with multi-train sharing one ways and waiting stations with multiple drop-offs at base. It was a cluster. Still don't know how it worked. I'm thinking... Let's see. When we mouse over with the chain signal, it looks like that. Reads the next signal. Teaches you just the signals though. Yeah. We're gonna try it. So if I put the signal here, should I put it before the split? That's the question. When you have a port like this for the train to pull off and stop. You know what? I will. I'll check the wiki. If you sent a link to the chat, the bot may have blocked it, but you can send me a PM with it if you would like. Let's see here, Factorio. There we go. Rail signals. There's the wiki. Beat the bot into shape. I do still need to actually check that out. Okay, so you put a signal before where it would stop, right? So what about a chain? Using signals prevents trains from crashing into each other but brings with it other potential issues. Every train will wait until the block in front of it is cleared, so trains are waiting for other trains. This becomes a problem when a train starts waiting on an intersection. In that case, other trains will have to wait even if they are not going in the same direction. These trains may in turn cause other trains to wait, resulting in a slowdown of the entire system. Traffic systems should avoid having trains waiting on intersections. In Factorio, rail chain signals are used to ensure that this cannot happen. Still doesn't really explain how the chain signal works, but to determine if a train is allowed to drive past the chain signal, consider the path the train will take from that signal up to the next regular signal, or until it reaches the station, whichever comes first. The train is only allowed to go through if all rail blocks on this path are free. If the train goes through, it will reserve all blocks on this path and not allow other trains to pass through a block until it leaves the block. Okay. Chain just stays the color as the signal in front of it. Gotcha. So in this case, we probably don't want to use the chain because we're going to be using like a signal here, right? Chain signal turns green if the next normal signal is also green. Gotcha. So I'm thinking like, do we want to detect this train with this signal? This train is going to pull down and stop and then go back up. So it's not going to need to necessarily pull off down here. We do like want it to stop if there's a train ahead of it, right? So we want to put one here. Oh, it can't be curved. You put it instead of a... Oh, you put it off to the side. Gotcha. All these green spots are where it can go. Makes sense. We can put one here, stopping the train if there's something in the way. We don't necessarily want to put one in the split going up if they're mostly going up, right? Put a rail signal before a spot where you don't want a train to stop. Maybe you mean do. Then a chain after said spot to check down the next rail to see if it's good to go. Also, with using one track for both ways, as Sirius said, you'll need one on both sides. Otherwise, it makes it only one way. Gotcha. Oh no. Let's look how long that train is. We did short it just a little bit here. Glad to see it still running even while we're doing this. So let's just have this come up and then... What? Because I don't have any in my inventory? I believe so. We can't do it until we actually get the parts in. Okay. They're coming over to build it. Let's disconnect this so the train doesn't try to come up this track. We're gonna try to make this work. We won't be using this track. I'm gonna make it spotty so that we remember. In fact, we'll go ahead and cut this out. We go down just the one. Not really. But just not enough. Tip, trains are fun. Overall, the logistics of it I do think are fun. Let's see here. Let's go straight from here out. There we go. Clear that train out. Clear this one out. Cleared all this for nothing, but that's fine. I think the first idea that I had was not nearly as cool, and instead was a cheap plan to not use rails, or use signals. We're going to challenge ourselves. Okay, so that should be fine. It's going to stop here and then pull back out. Nah, I need more gate. We only have enough for one. What are we missing? Steel. Which, by the way, I think this whole time our steel production's probably been terrible. I noticed it was low earlier and have not gone back to fix it yet. We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, now that's straight. We can take it back out. Alright, we'll figure this out later. Okay, now let's try to figure out these rails. So we wanted to go both ways. We put a signal here. Then we also want a signal here. Whoa. Did it make it one way? Because we can't seem to put it on the other side. Is that what you were talking about, making it one way? I feel like that's just one side of the track. So if we take it out, they have to be in the same spot. Gotcha. So like here and well, hang on, like here and here. I hope nothing tries to like stop here, though it probably won't. There probably won't be a reason for it to actually like stop while it's coming down through here to go up through here. Ideally though, it would stop here if something's sticking out in the way. So I guess the same here then, like that. So train's coming up. Kind of want it to be back here. Something coming down this way. Only use one set. Right before the split, ideally. But what if they're coming both ways, up and down the main, the main track here? I want the iron train to be able to come up and down past the copper train while it's docked. The copper train has 3 stops. The iron train only has the one on both ends. Does it say? No, once the copper train gets down here, it stops and then it goes back. So we actually don't even need these. Copper train comes down to here, stops, and then goes back up. So copper train, well, that was probably the right place for that. Copper train then can stop here if there's something in the way. So then do we just let the iron train go? We don't put any kind of stop on the iron train? Should work. Then I'm thinking, okay, copper train's here, but now the copper train's here when the iron train comes up, and then they smash into each other. So let's also try. Let's see. Maybe do one here. What's the difference between red and yellow? You block the iron from entering. Red no-go, yellow is one of X paths is blocked. If you had 2+ ways to go. Like ideally we just tell the copper train to stop when it's headed in either direction if there's something in the way, right? So you said red is no go. Oh, that's the blocks that are broken up. So I'm still wondering if I need to put something on this side because the iron train might run into it coming up through here if the copper train happens to be in between the two stations. Gotcha. One train can be in that block. To the south iron train, yeah. The very, very south and the very, very north. The iron train needs to make its way up and down through this whole thing. What we'll do, I'm thinking is something like that, right? So it won't leave if the copper's moving. These don't stick out, that's good. I feel like I might have gotten the hang of it, though I don't want something to stop here. But there shouldn't be anything, there should never be a train on both sides. Do a stop here. And here too. Oh, we don't need the loop anymore. Till it can claim the rail. Won't leave if copper's moving until it can claim the rail. Gotcha. So the train right now, let's look at it. It's currently in station. Let's ride with it for a sec. It might actually hang out here for a long time. Hold on a second, let's see. We'll just tell it to go on to the next station then. Atomic. That one. We're gonna go ahead and go down to atomic. I have to program the iron rail. Interesting. Watch the signals as it goes by. It made sense with the blocks. Like if a train, only one train can be in each color, that makes sense now that you mentioned it. I thought that like red meant, like the line meant stop and yellow was something else, but then I saw the blue To have different blocks, that makes sense. And this is its whole own block because only the iron train comes down here. So we need to give these names as well. So this station, German Fragger, is going to be Blitz, which is actually not that much different than German Fragger. Could signal at the station and closer to the dual line. Do you mean up at the top or down here? Because we only have the one. There is one right where they meet. In fact, I'm gonna manually ride the train up there really quick. So it can ride up to that point and wait if needed. Yeah, I think it is right now. It's gonna roll up there. Yeah, I've got one right here. So if there's a train in the way, ideally it would stop right here. Right here at this one. Let me run up. I want to name this other station and have it come to us. Do we determine that this is long enough? I think it is. Yeah, it is, because it pulls a little past to load that one up. And the back end here. And it shouldn't need to stop here ever. Neither of them should, because they'll either pull in or they'll pull down. So this one, do we name this one? It's Jackal Bros, right? So let's look at our trains. Let's see here, it's in manual mode. You go to Jackal Bros. You wait until you have empty cargo or until you have inactivity for 5 seconds. And then you go back to Blitz and you wait until you have full cargo or inactivity for 5 seconds. Sure, we'll just do it that way for now. It could be more efficient, but we'll do that. Automatic. All right, right now the copper train is in port here. So I kind of want to watch them go. Let's make sure we're not standing on the track. Oh yeah, let's watch the... So the copper train is the other one. It's about to leave. Yeah, it's leaving now. Watching the signals. Good. That was scary. It worked. Can I get an easy clap in the chat? Freaked me out for a second. I'm gonna give you another one of these. Plus you die to trains more than anything else. I try not to. That very first one was traumatic. When I was playing Factorio without any help, without any tutorials or anything, setting up a train for the very first time, and I got run over, I nearly pissed myself. I was like, what? Whoa. Like that. Okay, so we do need to go back up and check on... Oh, we need to connect. We need to connect the ore to the actual refinery still. So let's go up there and do that. We'll run up. Pop open. No, don't carry me back down. Had a few people join chat. Thanks for coming to hang out tonight. We're gonna clean this one up because we don't need it anymore. For anyone that's new, I've been streaming for almost a year and very close to affiliate. So everyone hanging out tonight is probably going to push us over the top. So we might have emotes and stuff before too long. So that'll be awesome. Thank you very much for coming to hang out tonight. Yeah, we need to actually get this over there. So let's take these. Let's send one up over. We're gonna do this again, just for the sake of only pulling 6 lines off. In fact, we only had room for what? 4 being split. Probably combine some of these too. Again, it's not going to be the most efficient thing. We'll do like a 6 to 4 right here. I'm okay with not doing like a 12 to 4. Because worst case, they unload and then the other side picks it up, so we're good. As long as it saturates the belt, I'm fine with that, which it kind of does. It'll probably do a little bit better once we upgrade our inserters a little bit more. But yeah, let's use that new book, the new awesome book that we were so graciously gifted, and let's do a 6 to 4. Let's take out this radar. Oh yeah, and then we need to do the upgrade planner, the downgrade planner. We'll go ahead and do some undergrounds here. Spooky music. You're backwards. There we go. So we want, trace these backwards. We want to split these as they come in to here. Gonna be the best way to do this. Let's say here we have a splitter. It's a little high, I don't mind. For this particular one, I need to go down, it's gonna need to come back to there. But I wanted to be able to bring that in from there. Then we have one, it's going to go here. Split that there. Similarly, down, back to here. Forward, oops, to here. These are going to be main lines. Let's also look at maybe doing a little bit of that. So splitting it won't give you full value. You're talking about over here? Sorry, missed that. Let's see. Just a small tip, a wagon is basically 1 belt worth. Gotcha. So splitting it won't give you a full value. Yeah, that's most of the reason why I have these buffer chests in. Not the most efficient thing, but as long as we're overdoing it, then I'm happy with that too. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Then we need one here. This one we can probably... I could have just split them here. I even think about that. It's fine, it's fine. We'll keep it the same ratio. Even though it's just a little weird. We'll bring one down like this, and then bring it back. Like that. I'm a little concerned now, because we've run out of red belts, and our robots haven't brought us any. Are we standing outside of the zone? Or is it just that bad with steel? Let's go look. Let's take a moment and go look. Oh, good. Okay. We have some. I think we might have just been standing a little too far. I still want to check on production, though, just to make sure. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're good. Steel's also okay. Up here. It may have been running out at the bottom. We'll still need to check on that. Yeah, let's get these connected. Let's see, let's take top here. Oops, there we go. Well, I'm gonna want those anyway. Come straight down. There we go. Number 3. And then finally, number 4. For this one, we will just go ahead and split it right there like that. This one's got to come in over here. I'll just kind of make this match up. That looks nice. So the ratio is still the same. Each one of these lines is being split into 2. I didn't really think about it. I could have done like, just brought one line down and then done a splitter with these 2 that are right next to each other. Oh, we did do this one. There we go. But yeah, there we go. These should start getting some soon. And now we have iron plate production en masse. And we need to get it fed into the bus. So I'm thinking, a little tight squeeze here, but I'm thinking we do this. And we do those 4 right there. We'll do it from here. There. We probably still take it under. We planned for it to go under. Ooh, but turning out of here might be a little tricky. Fine, we'll try. Try to make it work. There we go. Let's get this connected. It's gonna have to squiggle just a little bit. Nice. What's with the one steel? Why is there steel on the belt? No, we can't let that go through. Who's making steel? Who's up here making steel? I bet one of the inserters is backwards over here. It's only on this line. Oh, we did double up on these right here. It still shouldn't be causing that. Copy paste went wrong over here. Outside belt, so this left side over here. Putting it back in. Yep, the doubles. That's what it is. On the left. I see it now. We were one off when we did that copy paste, and I talked about it, and I think if you rewind the VOD and go check it out, I think I said perfect after I was done, so. Perfect was not correct. Clean this up. There we go. Think we're good now. Okay, where's our train? Retro. He stopped. Coming back, but he stopped here. So we do have some kinks to iron out here. Let's go check it out real quick. Thought we were doing okay. Copper train, but on the outside. You know what? It is. Oh. Hello. The copper train decided to try to go around. Let's go with nuclear fuel reprocessing. Okay. What are you doing? First off, back up. Can you back up? No. Okay, yes. No, where are you trying to go? We need the copper train to only go down, so that might be a little tricky. Can't switch it myself. Your destination is... The destination's the very bottom. So it is still trying to go all the way down to the bottom. Oh, the joy of troubleshooting trains. So we probably need to do something like this too. To break up the other side. I think we missed that one. That might be it, actually, because we just need to break up the in-between areas into their own section, I bet. My network was so complex, it would take days before I would see a mistake in a signal. Well, that meant that it worked, right? That might have been it, because yeah, see how we have them all like broken up into the different groups here, but I missed that one. So I bet if we take the copper train back, the problem is the train stations act as blocks, so they'll both try to go around them. Which would be fine as long as they're waiting somewhere else, right? Like, won't they go through if there's no train planning to go through? You go back on automatic, you should be able to go. He might go through here. Yeah. I think now, if copper's going around for whatever reason, iron will wait, and then might even go through one of the two stations here. Maybe a forced might work. I think we might have it working now. That's my favorite part of Bottleneck, is you can see the one turn red when it runs out. hop in the caboose. Let's take a ride back. Maybe watch the map. Is the iron train coming back? Copper's leaving the station. Copper's got to pull up into here and stop at this one. Oh, he stopped. Are we just a little too long? I think we're a little too long. We could fix this. And he didn't have to wait very long. But we could fix this. We can make this a little bit longer. Ah, we're still on map. There we go. Okay, let's pull this out. Yeah, I trust that. I think that this will work. We put one there. Train shouldn't be pulling up into here. There's only 2 trains. This could get wonky with 3 trains. Auto deconstruct is handy also. Move the others down. You're talking about this one? What we just did? Closer to the section. That's what I was... No, the station ones. The station itself is lined up with the cars are lined up like just so with these. Or no, you're not talking about moving the station itself, you're talking about these. These. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. We'll take care of that. I think I want this portable fusion reactor. That's handy. Down to there. There we go. I think we're good. The way that I understand this so far tells me that we're probably good now. Good until the next tick up, yeah. Good until a 3rd train. Kappa. Good until, yeah, if we had a 3rd train to the mix, then those intersections could get particularly bad. But I think that right now, since there's only the 2 trains, there's only one place on either side that they could be. I'd have to put like a 3rd bypass or something for a 3rd train. These aren't fully saturated. Not a huge deal though. These are fully saturated. We need to finish this. We didn't finish this. Get that steel off the line. Did we get it all? Did we get it all? I think we did. I don't see any more. I wish you could have seen my spaghetti mess of trains. I believe you. If it's anything like my spaghetti mess of belts, then we're in the same boat for spaghetti. Glorious in its spaghetti chaos. Okay, so this is gonna get a little tricky. We're gonna try to get to the iron into here. I think what I'm gonna do is take this balancer out and move it before everything else comes in. Let's take this down to 100 or maybe 200. Yeah, auto deconstruct, like you were saying. Very helpful. As long as my robots aren't acting like they're busy. So what I'll do, this isn't being used right now, so I'm going to clear it up so I can get a good idea here. I think we have just enough room to bring the belts in here. We do this just right. Oh, I meant the mod auto deconstruct will mark miners that are done, and then bots will deal with it all hands out. Oh, nice. I'll check that out. I like that. I like finding them myself too a little bit, just because it. Oh no, we don't want that. Just because then it kind of helps me make a mental note that it's done. But otherwise, no. I think that's a good idea. I like that idea. Let's see. We backed it up already. We don't need to be too compact. I just wanted this to not be as much in the way. We can do underground here now. Okay, we're good. Excuse me one. Better not be getting a cough again. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like when I was playing City Skylines, when the buildings would become abandoned, you'd have to tear them down yourself. But there was a mod that would go ahead and make them fall down on their own, which made it infinitely easier to deal with. Okay, we're gonna go to here, and then this is gonna go one further. Is that how we had this? That's fine. This... I'll just do another balancer here for now. Still amazed I made it through the Angels and Bobs. You need to kick Vanilla's butt so you can stream that. It'll blow your mind. I'll try it. I will. I'm committed now. I want to give that a try. Let's actually copy this almost exactly. Maybe not that far. Copy it up to here. Run that off of here. Then we'll take it down to here, so we'll do like that. Here they come. Oh my gosh, this project. This is so satisfying. Watch all these iron plates streaming. Look at that. Filling this back up. Getting these back into production. Whew. Blitz says, I've tried to get friends to play this, but no go so far. I want to try multiplayer, but we'll pass on public servers, rather not waste the time. Yeah, and I would imagine, like, I mean, I don't know what griefing would be like in a game like this. It would seem pretty pointless. So I don't think that would necessarily be an issue, but like, yeah. That's getting way divided out. Let's take this in here, and then we'll put another balancer in nearby if we need to. Pointless to people with common sense, but if you can, people will. That's true, especially on just random public servers. I played with my son. He's guested on my stream before. He's 16 now, and I've played with him on the multiplayer game, just he and I working together, and it's really cool to just be on a call together and be like, okay, I'm going to work on this project. I'll get you that steel that you need for your project that you're working on, and we'll just kind of like talk to each other, even if we were in like different parts of the map, talking about what we're doing next. It's kind of cool. So if you have two like-minded people that like this game, but again, they'd probably have to try it and like it first. Because I would imagine that, like, if someone didn't enjoy this, the idea of, like, being pulled through this without wanting to play would be something else. It'd be like making somebody program a rocket ship. This needs to be redone with electric. We should reroute some of our new iron down into it, shouldn't we? And just get rid of all this coal steel production. Yeah, let's do that next. Let's cut off its supply for a sec. Let it burn out. Steel production is going to run out, but let's I'll let them get rid of as many entities as they can. I'll pick some up myself. That way the bots pick this up a little bit faster. Having to fly off with 1,000 pieces of coal. Let's see. Portable fusion reactor will be fun for us. Let's go with worker robot cargo size. Well, blue belts. We're not, well, we could be making them too. Sure, we'll do blue belts. You see what it takes to build that fusion reactor. We do it in our pocket. That's not too bad. We just have to run down to the bottom of the bus and pick that stuff up. Is there a reason one belt of green chips is turned into another? Where are we looking at? Over here? Are we talking about right here? Now I'm looking all around for for what you're talking about. The belt further down. Turned into another. I mean, it's possible it's something that we cleaned up that we're not using anymore. Oh, or it's possible that we just hit R while we were running by. Thanks, Blitz. Okay, this, whatever this was a... This is steel, I bet, yeah. This isn't getting any steel, so what's up with this line here? Let's check it. Oh, that's the... Oh, sorry. Yeah, we just turned this off. I thought that was the one that I saw earlier that wasn't getting anything at all, which it may have been. But let's, yeah, let's go ahead and deconstruct this. All this. We still need to get coal over to here. I'll need to watch for some of this to make sure I'm not shorting something. What? All these old power lines. Weren't connected to anything anymore. Okay. Let's see. The stone is coming through here. This is the iron. The steel production. Steel production is not going to need coal anymore. I definitely don't need coal. Let's get the fish out of our inventory. Yeah, let's just run around across the savannah with some fish in our pockets. All this up. We've got to deconstruct and widen this. For the most part, there's room. Once you convert out of burning coal, it's good to turn into oil. We're still, yeah, we're still burning it for a few things. But yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Let's see. We have an underground steel line coming off here to go to production over here. This can probably be bumped over for whatever this was for. It was for ammo for military science. Copper's coming in here. Let's do it like this. Let's say come out as far as you can. Then you split. Then you go here. Then you go up here. Then you go here. And of course they swap sides. Okay. Ah! So much junk in my inventory. Gotta clear a lot of this out. Oh, come on, take one more coal. You'll need it for plastic also, but that's minimal. Grenades, so a couple things, but that's usually one belt, two at most. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, let's pick this up now. Clean that off. Steel's gonna come through there once it's being produced again. We'll leave the middle belt. We'll deconstruct everything to both sides. Otherwise, I don't think I accidentally got anything that needs to go under. So we gotta be careful. We have like crossed some things sometimes. Hey, Blitz, thanks for the follow. Hey, we're pulling off some of this ourselves. Let's put it in a provider chest in case we need it for something. Honestly, I need to do the same thing actually for a requester chest just to get stuff out of storage. You know, we actually don't need the provider chest anymore. Let's turn it around. Make this a requester chest. Thought you did it earlier. Well, hey, it's always welcome. This requests steel. So anything that gets put in our storage for steel will be brought over here. That'll fuel some stuff for a little bit. Okay, back to what we're doing here. Don't need the coal line that was running to here, so let's pick that up. I want to clean it here. This coal line is, it's making its way down there for grenades, possibly something else. Yeah, that was where we were making the cliff explosive. So this coal line needs to stay. Coming off this splitter, can just go down like it did before. This, we'll leave that for a moment. So here's what we got. These are mining specifically for steel production. But we don't need to do that anymore. In the meantime, these are barely even making anything because of everything we're bringing in at the top. Let's go ahead and take this out as well, even though we just upgraded it not too long ago. Take it out. We'll let it just burn itself out. But I think what we'll do is we'll clean this up. We'll use all of the iron coming down through here. We'll use this for steel. Or we'll just pull the iron plates off the belt. I'm kind of torn. Okay. We need steel either way. So right now we'll just upgrade this like we did the other. so torn. Okay. So this right now is not wide enough. You know what? Considering that it's not wide enough, I take all that back. We're going to borrow off the bus because we have a ton coming in. We'll take 2 lines and then we'll balance them back. So these 2 right here. You could put some of the blueprints into your library and delete it from your inventory. Oh yeah, I haven't been thinking about doing that, but I can put them back into the books that they came from. I'll put that in there too. That's the one we copied earlier. Go back. Go back in there. There we go. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Might do something with the upgrade planners too. All good. Okay, so these... Steel should have no excuse if we're borrowing... You know what? I was going to take 2 whole lines, but let me just take 1 and split it. In fact, we'll just make it compact. Let's go under. And if you need them, you can just hit B or put it in the bar directly. Don't borrow from the bus, in your opinion. So you think we should have our own other refinery set just for steel? I mean, we already have. We're going to put these in to burn them for steel, but just didn't have enough room up here anymore without like moving some stuff around, which we can do. Put a collection at the end of the line. Yeah, I'm not, I mean, you know, I want good tips, so I'm willing to weigh any suggestions that you have. Put a collection at the end of the line so you don't rob if you want. Collection of what are you suggesting, Oz? Collection of steel? Oh, just everything? Yeah, I'm almost getting out of that habit now. I might put a collection of provider chests and then have my ship shoppers go pick it up for me. I see what you mean, though. They're still bringing some over from storage. Or from... Yeah, they're flying over to here and picking up from storage. We still need to do this for, like, a lot of the other stuff that we've been storing over time, like the sciences. Just to get them out of storage. Still debating on this. Okay, let's see. Stone. Stone's coming down through here. From over here. I could bring it down a level. Coming under here. This was iron that was being provided to... Oh, and this was coal. This needed coal. We do have to put that coal back. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Just to this one. Or I guess... Let's see, was this needed? I forget. We did determine this was needed, right? Yeah. It was only on one side before. Let's make sure that's not a problem. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, clip that without thinking. Okay. That coal you also split. Remember for the other side plastic. Oh yeah. So you thought about it. I could hear the chat coming through before I actually saw it. Yeah, again, this space though, let's see. Maybe if we go long, since we freed this up. Yeah, let's do that. So here's what I'm thinking then. We take this. Bring it into here. We take this, bring it into here just so that it's all coming through and evening it out, balancing it out. Let's bring this over, right? And then up and along the back. Across to here. Then electric furnaces. I'll give a space of 1. Yeah, that'll fit. I don't like it being that cramped though. So then the production can come back this way. I think that might work out for us. Yeah. Let's go ahead and copy. Do this. Well, since we're in rows like this, we could use some more of those substations. So we got a few of those. Those inserters in there. Our substations will reach. Of course they will. We'll overlap just a little bit there. Just for posterity. You're still making... It's in a provider chest. Okay. Taking a look at some stuff here. Let's get that out of the inventory. Okay. We could also make this a little bit more efficient by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the middle. Could take this, bring it up, put it on top. Well, we'd have to go over 1 more with that. There we go. That way we're feeding 2 sides of the belt. Then bring this down and meet. Well, let's make it more efficient. Let's bring it, circle it straight back to here. But now, I'll do something similar here. Need the usual on each side. Can bring that closer. Start there. There. Oop. Light pole in the way. All right. Let's get 2 of those. For these, I'll use the medium poles. We know we need 1 every second gap. So it should be like that. That should work. We felt 1 more? No, but we could probably move this. We only need to move it down 1. Oh, it's so close. Okay. We only want 16 for 1 line, like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's 16. I don't know. You think that's producing enough? We could do a whole other set of 16. Maybe that's at top efficiency and these aren't top efficiency yet. because these are still saturated. Need like 40 for a red or something. Kind of want to like have these keep going. There's another 16. Let's see if the iron saturation stops. What do we want next? We got blue. We'll start messing with those pretty soon. If you look at craft time, that's why it's 1 to 1. But I think since we have, oh, I guess it would still be like 8 and 8 on either side of the belt. Let's do mining productivity. Why not? Oh, we need to connect the power. Seems like it might be good. I think I'm going to take an opportunity to take a quick, like 3-minute break. I usually say 5-minute breaks, but I don't think it'll take a whole 5 minutes. But yeah, I think this is coming along nicely. Let's put our bus back together here. Yeah, let's watch this. It is ticking down right here. But I'm waiting for it to reach equilibrium. I think you actually, you know what? Oh, Factorio cheat sheet. 48 furnaces for a red belt, handy to use. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I wonder once we convert to blue belt, we'd have to redo some stuff anyway. But yeah, no, here it is. Yeah, this is, it was backing up because it was just a little bit more iron production, but now they're not, it's not getting down here. So that's fine. I'm not fine, but you know what I mean. It's not that bad. We just have some that won't be running right now. All good. Don't use blue until late game, beacons and modules. Yeah. There's no sense in like just upgrading the entire thing to blue when it doesn't need to. We don't need to use the resources for that. That makes sense. So green production does not have iron. Why not? Because they were getting all of their iron from up here and not from the belt down here. And we turn this off. So this is what we'll work on when we come back. I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to take a quick 2-3 minute break and I'll be right back. Stick around. BRB. We're back. All right, so let's solve this problem up here. I was thinking about taking these out because we have the whole bus now. We can pull off the bus for green, we just need to bring it up. So now that these have exhausted all their resources, let's go ahead and pull it back. This iron can go somewhere else later, or down into this, but we're never going to use it all for just steel. Blitz says, so want to guess how many furnaces you need for a full blue belt of steel? Without modules or beacons. Full blue belt. Well, let's see. Was that what you were saying a moment ago? 72 for blue? Or is that with beacons and modules? Oh, 72 for iron plates. So for steel and electric furnaces, would it be less, right? Or is my brain working backwards? $144. 96 smelters on one side. Oh, Big Bertha array. Oh, 72 times 5, so 144 would be 2/5 of that. 288. $360 furnaces to fill a blue belt with steel. Almost 400 smelters in one. Wow. Let's see. I'm thinking here that we can maybe utilize a little bit of this space to get even more iron down into the steel area here. I don't like that it's kind of split up, but here's what we'll do. I've got it. It's redoing stuff that we just did, but I've got it. Blue's pointless in a normal base. 90 on one side. So it's like super efficient for like high efficiency compact builds though, right? Like just for high throughput. Here's what I'd like to do. Let's see. Let's move. Let's do this and this, right? So here's what I'm thinking. Get this built first. But I'd like to take just one of these lines. Wow, that was a whole... This is a load-bearing connection. There we go. I mean, you know, like we were saying the other night, right? Like, overdo it. When in doubt, overdo it. Okay, this may be... Well, not too many, but we want to bring this down almost right away. Yeah, let's see here. Take these out. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is going to be copper. Well, we'll cut it off over here. I want to say a 12 beacon setup with modules and everything. It takes 12 furnaces to fill a blue belt with a plate. With plate as a reference point. Okay, we cut this off. I want to bring I'll bring 3 of them over. I'll bring the 4th one once we get rid of this, but I'm not going to cut off the iron just yet. Let's see, this is going to come down and then over. Similarly, we'll do the same with... No, you don't go there. That's what I get for not watching. Okay. You'll come across. We'll pick you up in a second. Okay, you're good. They're just going to take it out of my inventory anyway. Well, if they're going to do that, we might as well just go ahead and... We've rerouted copper. I don't mind pulling 1 off the belt for this. This is our green chip production, which is super important. So bring the other 3 down like this. Oops. That works. We just take this over. Take this out. Bring this over. And they'll have fun picking that up. Okay, now this area up here is cleaned up in a way that we can use it to better provide our steel with more iron plates that aren't coming directly off the bus. Kind of like the idea of borrowing even more if we need to. Splitting off here, and it's just combining back to the belt again. We don't need that now. It was originally just running through there for priority reasons. Making its way all the way over here. It is. Okay, cool. It's fully saturated all the way up to this point. Splits it in half here. Just enough. Well, could be a little bit better, I guess, but these are pretty well fully saturated by the time they get down here, so I'm good. And then by the time these get over here, they're used a little bit. We don't really have any gaps. We have a balancer here. If we start noticing any gaps in here, we can put a balancer in the middle here, but I'm good with what we got so far. Okay, let's take this. Flip it. And there's a bit we have to fix in the middle. Well, let's not even flip it. Honestly, let's actually just take like a chunk of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfect. So we'll take 8. Almost another 16. Here's what we'll do though. We'll move this. Nope, other way, right? No, it goes up. There we go. So you can go there. That's fine. Military science is powering its way through the landscape. Let's reverse this. Take these, flip them. No, that's backwards. All these are backwards. Perfectly fine once you get the deconstruction plan and robots, though. Pull off of this onto the main line. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, except this is going to be a little weird down here. That's fine. We'll get this working. Let's pull this in and around. Is that okay to be on both sides? Usually, yes. I think we checked that before. Yeah, it's fine. See what we can get with substations. Get a big chunk of those. We can get the whole bottom. We just won't be able to get this top row up here. We'll need some medium-sized poles for this. There we go. Alright, now let's get these down into here. So this will be a little easier. This side can just kind of go under here. We'll combine them a little earlier. Right here. Bring them under to here. It's a little tricky, but here's what we'll do. We'll split it here. Up and down. Can't go down there. Up. This is actually going to need to come over more again. We've moved this coal line like 3 times already. Now this doesn't need to go under anymore. So it's already a splitter. So all we need to do is bring this in, come down. And in. There we go. So now, I don't want to add to this line because if it's saturated, I'd like to just overproduce because the steel's going to gobble it up. So let's bring it down beyond this line, run alongside it, under here, then join right here. That's going to be our best bet. Oh, that one's out. Cheers. Now let's see how this is doing now. Yeah, there we go. Looking much better. Not necessarily fully saturating the steel line, but at least being provided to all the ones that we've constructed, which was the goal. Oh, because this isn't getting enough. We didn't connect this yet. Okay. Still have more to do. Pull this back to here. Then we'll bring this down and connect it. Let me just connect it here. Let's see. Comes from all the way up here. It's a ton. We're not using it anymore for anything other than this. So let's just bring it to here and join it to this line. But should bring a lot of these out, and I don't know if it'll stay fully saturated or not. I don't know if this is the one that pulled some copper onto the line, but I don't think we had any overlap after we checked. None of these show that they're picking up copper. So I don't know where that came from. I think it was something that dropped out of my inventory onto the line at one point. Way back when. Awesome. So this is being thoroughly provided for. Tons of iron coming through. And a decent amount of steel coming through. So these are providing the furnaces for science that needs them. Okay, let's, while we're thinking about it, let's go ahead and do requester chests for our science. Might as well just have the robots. Well, the lines run right through the base. Let's make it so the robots don't have to fly as far. Let's do it. Well, I guess we're already here. We're already here. Let's do it here then. What we'll want to do split these lines up. Just enough. So there's like 2 in between each one. So this we can bring over to here. That may actually be good enough. We have 3 in between here. Let's just go 2. Let's just do that. Then just bring them back. It's a little larger than it needs to be. But then we'll take trying to decide how I want to do this still. I want to make sure that the requester chests get priority coming onto the line. Should remember to put the proper requester on the proper side to keep the same sides on the belt. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then also I want the requester chest to empty first and not fill up. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to do this and then Input priority right. I'm going to put a filter on it. And here, input priority left. No, that's still not going to work unless I put it on the right side of the belt, which I'll still do. I was trying to think of the best way. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. Here's what we'll do then. Because an arm is going to place on the right side of the belt, right? From here. So if we have power. Just have to fill into a splitter and priority one side. I personally would just have the chest near the labs and have it insert there. You know what? Galaxy brain. Good idea. Much better. Don't know why I didn't think of that, Blitz. Then can have it all as one chest. Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right. So we'll just, since we have the labs already sharing, we'll just have a chest pop into this one. Or this one. This is the first one, the prime. Let's see. But we have the RoboPort here. Where can we finagle this in at? Maybe I will do another one of these the other direction in case they want to. No, they're just going to flop back and forth, aren't they? Let's see. This one can't get blue and purple. Does it still have purple from before? Or do they pass? How did I do this? Here's what we need to do. Take that out. Take these out. Take you out. Take those out. Have 3 meet the lab. Just like that. No. It's like like a candy grab bag. Stop it. Stop turning left. Do this side first. Okay. Just have the 3 belts on one side and run the first one as undergrounds to have 1 red inserter in that lane. Could do that. I was also thinking this. Just have 3 feed into this one. Make more requester chests. We just need the 1, but now that they're all feeding into here. Oh yeah, you're right about the underground. Or rather, now that I'm thinking about it, there's no... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take one of these out. We'll put them on the end. We could add yet another one if we wanted to. This is really good enough. Still, I mean, it's just been, we're kind of overkill on it anyway. But what I'm thinking is then we put the chest over here. Feed in from this side. Just stack inserter one up. I like how gradually, just move the roboport. I thought about it, but I'm stubborn. It's like perfect distance, or well, I don't know. They're kind of wonky down here. But anyway, oh yeah, we need one here. What I was gonna say was, I like how incrementally the game provides you with challenges. Like if you had a solution like this, and I remember back when you couldn't pass between the labs and you actually had to feed each lab. But now that even with being able to feed the lab directly, just 3 rows going into it, that there's a 7th science. So you have to figure out how to get that 7th science in there. I like that. Also, how do we pick 2K for this one and only 200 for the others? This music. Skip. Simple to get unlimited in. Oh, because it stacks at 2K. Oh, that makes sense. Just feeding one across the, yeah. The space science one. I wonder where they stack. Oh, I guess since it's in-game science, they just have it go ahead and stack more efficiently. Feed both ways, up and down. I thought about doing that, but they seem to like flip-flop and just like one will keep popping back and forth between the others. This seems to work because they're all this feeding this one and up, and then this one's feeding over and up. That seems to be working. Since Rocket's 1K, that makes sense. It says, I think it balances them out. I think it tries to balance them out, but then when you have an odd one, like we were dealing with earlier, it was just kind of like bopping back and forth. Look at all that science that we've been setting on that we threw away from our inventory because it was taking up space, and the robots went and put it in storage for us. Look at that rainbow of birds. I'll put the birds on again. There are more than 7 in Bob's, they stop. How many robots are nesting up here now? I got 130. How many do we have in the system? 599 logistics, 741. Yeah, we stopped production around there. Cool. Okay. So we've solved that. And we have some coal running out over here. Only in the outer edges. Backup coal is still here, just in case. Alright, what should we do next? We could start on nuclear. We haven't done any of that yet. We have a great supply of iron and copper. Let's check on our trains. Just make sure they're still running well. Nope. And they've probably been sitting there for forever. What have you done, guys? Why'd you try to go down when he's already here? There's a stop here. There's a stop here. There's no stop here. That's probably what it was. Back up. No, you don't go forward. That's worse. That was the thing you want to stop before, but now it will do that. I wonder if it will... Tell me your idea. Those two you put. Try chains. Gotcha, so like chains between these two? Chain here, these two on the straightaway. Yeah, these two. Change those only. So just click and put chains down for both of them? Is that what you're saying? Gotcha. Sure, we'll try. That looked good. Maybe we could do that for... Maybe we need to do that for each one, though. Like right here, we need to put in a couple chains where the singles meet the doubles. That was a chain, right? Yeah. The single side. Technically all after also. That's my good luck song, so let's hope. Hoping that works. They're very close together there. And that was the last split. Did iron already come back? It did. Nice. Let's watch them for a sec. Not to backseat game, but put that on your list to do. Upgrade to two lanes, like 2 train lanes. Also, it's not backseating, don't worry about it. I appreciate all the tips. Yes, the one going north. Mm-hmm. One going south. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of where my logic was going when I had a loop. Because if you take a loop and you just squish it, then you just have like 2 ways, you know? So I was kind of thinking that I would logic them going one way around the loop. But then that just seemed not as cool as having them share. So it was a challenge. I'm glad that we did try to take on that challenge today. Okay, let's see how this goes. His tail does stick out in the road still. Gonna wait. I mean, it still works. But I'm gonna fix that too. Yeah, it's good to like challenge yourself. So since that's a... Okay, since that's the... what's it called? The chain type. I bet that made him wait until it gets over here. That's fine though. You want to fix that at least, since if he has to wait, it'll make the other wait. Yeah. Oh, also, we might need to do the chain on the end of this one too. Maybe. Where there's one that meets 2 lanes. I'm fine with them waiting until they're... I mean, because, you know, you don't want there to be anyone trying to go while the other one is headed one way or the other on this single track anyway. Nice, okay. I'm gonna run back up and try to extend that one a bit more. I'd like for him to be able to pass. I don't think it was this one. I think it was the one up above, right? Oh, it was this one, which is the one up above. When it pulled up into here, his tail still stuck out some. But it's so close already. This one parks here, so we'll redo all this really quick. We don't have to redo this. Stops though, we do. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this still connects, but this comes back quite a bit. And then starts to curve in here. Back maybe even earlier. Come back some. Whoa. Oh, come on. You're so close. There we go. See, that's still way later than it needs to be. Yeah, that's more like it. Nice. So then we put our rail signals. Well, let's bring them back one since they kind of share a square there. Rail signals there. The chain. Put here. Get off the train. Flirting with disaster. Okay, so this needs to come down some more because this is where its tail end was sticking out too much. Let's bring it up a little bit though. That. Ooh, okay. I think that's fine. Rail signals on this side, chain, this side. As long as they don't run into each other while we're working on it. I want to see how far the copper train sticks out this time, but I think it'll stop somewhere around here. So I think it'll be good. Kind of looks wonky now, but... kind of watching for the trains to come back. Here comes the iron train. Taking the outside track, going to the inside, back to the outside. I mean, theoretically, we could also have a line that's just here. But the way I'm imagining this is if they were like miles apart, then this one little section right here would be several miles long, right? So they would only split because there's a port for them to pull into here. You don't worry about the look when using one track. That's true. Very true. Okay, copper train is down at the bottom here, so it's about to pull up. We'll stick around and watch. I'm watching the map. No one's coming. It's like the very top car is getting unloaded completely, which is nice. Oh, here we go. No, you guys both try to pull into this area at the same time, but these are chain signals, but they're not chained to each other. Bad timer. They both pulled into that block right on top of each other, yeah. If these aren't here, these aren't here. Then that becomes the block. Shouldn't that work? But that's what we had before. Yeah. Tricky. Can you like split the difference like that? Would that work? No, because then they'll just pull up and stop in here. Because it would like pull up into this block, right? I don't know, let's try it. Oh, they're coming around. I feel like this is gonna work, but only because they're going in the same direction. Okay, good. He doesn't stick out too far. He's gonna go around. So if that's the way we're doing it here, then we need to do it down here too. Right here. I guess the issue is that there's a block in the middle, right? And they're not really connected to each other. That should be it. Well, maybe at the very, very top. That's the last place they merge. Kind of watching them up there. Copper train's pulling in. They don't have any issue at the very end, really. Usually. Let's pull these out. Put one in the very middle. We never did put any on the end here. Don't put these two? Isn't this the same situation, only longer? Keep that as a single block. So that makes sense, but that also made sense for the others to be kept as a single block, and that's the part that I didn't really get. Right, that's true. You don't want, like, the whole train could pull out and wait in the middle. This is all working really well. Why are some of you red and others aren't? You have iron in you still. From that mix-up before. Hope nobody else put steel on the line. We won't find that till forever if that's the case. Hopefully the line saturated before. Let me just do this and make sure that nobody set down any steel from the inserters either. They need 5 for steel. Okay, so maybe they just barely had any and we picked up the steel. Whoa. Oh, they're all flying down to get the iron from me and they all ran out of juice at the same time. I was like, what was that? Cool. Nuclear? Let's think about nuclear. So where's our nearest uranium? Down here we have some. Up on this island we have some. We've never been up here. Watch the trains for a bit? Let's. So copper line is at the station up here. I'll make sure it's working. Me too. Me too, to be fair. They're going to be coming in opposite directions from each other pretty soon. We're not standing on the track, are we? No, we're not near the track. Iron's coming back. Iron might make it back before copper leaves. There he goes around. Let me, just for the sake of testing, let me tell this to only go for like 30 seconds, and then they'll be more active for a bit. Oh, there they go. Trying to leave at the same time. Copper stopped, is now waiting while Iron makes his way down. Iron's taking the outside path. Copper's now going. Iron's going to make his way all the way to the bottom, so they are going to kind of meet, go in the opposite direction, I think. Well, no, Iron's going to hang out down here for a little while. Copper's going to come all the way down to Atomic Station. Maybe a bit before they actually have a conflict again, but we'll keep an eye out. Copper's doing his business. Then he's going to make his way up to Sinless Moon Station. Copper's also pretty chunky. Iron's making his way around. Had a seamless dodge there. Hopefully Iron drops off and comes back while Copper's trying to leave Oz. Force it. Nothing else. You do the, just tell him to leave. See the path he wants to take. Go. Okay, it waited for him to come through, so that was good. Go back to Atomic. Let's tell him to go back to Jackal Bros. Wait, where's Copper? Where'd he go? Oh, he's already here. I thought he disappeared for a second. Okay, they're pulling off here. Yeah. You know what? While Iron's here, keep going. Oh, he's gonna go anyway. He's full. Iron stops correctly. Good. So while Iron's making his way through, I'm gonna tell it to go to Morden and see if it stops like it should. Go, 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 go. Oh, Iron made it first, but Copper stopped. I think we might be good. I think now it's doing what we want it to do. I think I'm satisfied. Yeah. Though I wouldn't doubt it if we just catch them staring at each other again later, but... yeah, I like it. Are they still going? Oh, because they haven't been used up yet. Could be like, just give me all of them all the time. Though, now that I think about it, we don't want it to fill up with one type. So let's put in like 1,000 of each. Like, bring me all of the ones that we probably have in storage, but don't, like, in some freak accident, fill it up with military science. And the stack's at 2,000, so we'll do 5 of those. We'll do 10,000. Yeah. There they all come. That's the rest of them. I bet, at least. Let's see. Let's concrete up some of this. Wait, are we not... We still haven't been replenished on our concrete? Kind of makes me wonder how our production's going. Ah, it threw me off there at the end. Ah! That's the worst. Come down to here. How's concrete production going? Oh, here they come. This also kind of bugs me, now that we squared this off. Need to make the part that makes you immune to belts quite handy when trying to be precise. That's true. I do need to do that. And that's the benefit that I was looking for with them, because I like that you can run on the belts and go even faster. But I guess that's a fair trade-off so that they don't like push you around left and right when you're trying to lay down stuff, and it happens so often for me. Oh yeah, so we were scoping out uranium. Couple of exo legs, zoom zoom. I have 2 on right now. But what did we need for the portable fusion reactor? We need 50 low density structures and 200 blue circuits. We have blue circuits stored up. We can get 200 of those pretty easily here. And then 50 low density structures. We're making those over here. They're probably not. Yeah, they're just being passed directly into here. Probably not surplus. They take a little while to make, though, don't they? So let me do this. Bring this over and give me a personal one. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Then have him actually this on the other side. Have him deposit that into a provider chest. In case we need some of those for other stuff. Haven't done this in a while. Let's put some speed chips in those. And we could probably do that here a little bit better too. Isn't it? Is it Alt? No. Control, left click, right click. Oh, you have to hold these and then control click. Yeah, I'll speed these up. Because they're the slowdown, I think, for yellow science. Yeah. Use a little bit more power for them. Speaking of power, we're getting there and it's a little unstable. So, nuclear is going to be the way to go soon. Like transmission, we're not using beacons just yet. coal liquefaction, personal robo part Mark II. We can get more construction robots in our pocket. Let's get that. Yellow science also slow to craft, yeah. I mean, I could give them some too. Maybe they'll bring me some more. I think I had some. No, I did not. Let's see, take that out. They're only speed module 1s, 2. Well, we got 4 of those. And we need, what, 50? Yeah, 50 for the low density structure. If they're bringing me any speed modules, they'd be coming from over here. We are manufacturing them up in this mall over here. Yeah, there they are. Where are you guys going? You're getting a charge before you bring them to me like 10 feet away over here? Thanks. This is why I like squeak through. The impossible. Squeeze through a pipe. Back to the yellow science. Just... No. That's a copy. Don't do that. Shift left click, shift right click. Control left click. This may just negate what we did for adding low density structures to the mix. However, I'm sure we'll be making the yellow science a little bit faster as a result. All right, Blitz, have a good night. I think they will so far. Thanks for all the help. Hope to see you again soon. Again, I hope that tonight is the night that's going to push us over the top to reach affiliate, and that'll be awesome, and you guys were a part of it, so thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm probably going to go in about 15 minutes. I'm probably going to go about 15 minutes more, then we'll finish up for the night. But Blitz, have a great one. So I don't know if I want to start nuclear with only 15 minutes left. So let's do this. Let's look at what we have in storage. Also, what's going on down here? These aren't reaching. Oh, they are. Just takes a minute. Okay. Let's check out our storage and see if we can get some requester chests to place stuff in the right place. To finally divvy out a bunch of this stuff. Like these yellows, for instance. We get them a lot when we're upgrading stuff. Though we've already upgraded a lot. So we may not necessarily continue to get a bunch. But we have a mall already. And this could be... Can you set up logic in a storage chest? Like, can I make that a storage chest and then say this is just for yellow? Will they bring it from storage? Or is that what the other type is? Let's see. Buffer chest. I think that's what the buffer chests were for. Maybe. Let me make a few of those and let's try it. I always forget what the buffer chests do. Which this is what this is. It's a buffer. Oh wait, no, that's the reds. That's fine. Here. Bring yellows. But it won't do it if it's full, right? What if we tell it that we want more than what it currently holds? Like, what if we tell it to bring 10,000 yellows? Will it still bring them even though the chest is marked for, like, red? Let's find out. No. I think we would have seen Robot Swarm down here already. But if we open it up, it's just going to keep making them. We could do this. We could make the buffer chest this. And this is a storage chest. So this buffer chest, we can say, you know, give me 10,000 yellow, or all of the yellows, so 50,000 yellows. And then we can have it pass up into here if it ever runs out. But then this is just going to fill up with yellows. So we have the second personal roboport. Let's get worker robot cargo size. Let's keep upgrading those. So you know what then? Maybe we do... I'm just wondering if it works with this setup, right? Now there's the active provider chest, which we don't need that right now. So if we did a requester chest, request from buffer chests. Only for empty barrels, really? We kind of just need to empty the storage chests now. We almost don't even need them anymore, but they were a buffer, period. They themselves were buffers. Let's see, okay. If a requester chest asks for more than the 400 that's in here, does that work the same way? Yeah. The limit's there for a reason. That makes sense. I can't really think of a good way to make this work. The way that, like, to get them inserted into this system. I can make these requester chests in case we need them. So instead I can just have them feed into here, but you can't make them primarily, you can't make them the primary thing that feeds into these. So weird. Okay. Let's see. We have other recipes that call for yellow, right? So this down here makes yellow, right? We could say, take that out. Put that there. What if we did a requester chest here? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Power down here. And then this requests all the yellow belts. They should prioritize and then go on the far side of the belt. That's the activity I was looking for a minute ago. There they go. And going towards science can't hurt. These won't have to be manufactured. These will almost never be manufactured, at least not until these run out. So there they go. This can't place if it's full already. That works. Similarly, put that there and say, give me all of the yellow inserters. There we go. What else do we have down here? Wood. Perfect place for wood is the buffer that we gave to our electrical system. That's where all the wood needs to go. Because it feeds it in if we start running out of coal or if we have gaps in our coal production so that it keeps the burners going. We'll put that in up here. We'll just make this a requester chest for all the wood. Similarly, we need a place to dump the coal. That can just as easily be something like, it's easier when it's on a conveyor belt like this because then you could just pass it in with a stack inserter. Let's get some power. We'll get you a little, I don't know, we'll get a medium-sized pole. Oh, really? There we go. You want all the coal, and there's going to be a lot brought to you, I'm sure. And then we prioritize the left side of this. So that's good to go. There comes all the wood. A whole forest flying through the air. What else do we have here? Copper ore. Still haven't picked up all the military science. Sulfur turrets. So copper ore. That'll be easy. Well, in theory. We'll get copper ore in right here. The in-game armor and equipment for it is so OP. Literally run right through huge biter nests and everything dies. Oh yeah, because you have the automated laser. It just shoots everything around you. 1 shield, 10 MK6 laser turrets. I like it. You barely need the shield if they don't actually get to touch you. 6 hexos. Is there another armor after the power armor that holds more stuff? All the copper ore goes here. Input priority right. Yeah, shield is in case I get bored and want to go get coffee and hang out in the middle of their base. I like it. Let's see, we'll do the same thing with iron ore. Let's run straight up through here. The iron ore up here. Near the root. All of it. Come take my coal and take it to the place that's going to use it. So similarly, we could feed in iron plates to kind of do it nested somewhere in here. Yeah, let's just put it like in here. Already power and everything. Input priority left. Did we do input priority on this one up here? We may have missed that. Keep right on the tracks. Input priority left. Deliver the ores. Sciences are sorted. Let's get green chips. We know that those are going to be in there. Okay, let's say this side's moving, so let's put them here. The one place that isn't powered. Does that not work? Send me an image. Let's see. Oh, jeez. My nightmare. I wouldn't go out there. He just sent over a big picture of like biter nests everywhere on his map. Oh, it's dangerous. Ran way out and put some radars, but look at what it looks like at the edge. It's almost solid biters. So, what am I missing here? Do I actually have to have a... I think I have to have a 1 square length of conveyor, don't I? Which means I have to go redo a couple of these. Put it here. Do it this way. And then input priority right. But they're not really coming through here. There we go. Balance them out. Yeah, let's go check the other places. We have to put another length of conveyor belt. So this down here. It's working, but it's only working because the other side doesn't have any conflict. Playing with the buffed up biters too, but they're no match for the armor. I'm jealous. Copper all the way up. Oh yeah. Input priority right. Okay, it's still input priority right. Let's go up here. We are rounding out for the night, so let's just finish up the few that we put in already. Let's say, how many do you have? Oh geez, so many. Okay. Oh good. We didn't overload ourselves with that. Let's put that in. That one. Request all the iron. Input priority left, yep. The level 3 exos are 60% speed increase. Nice. And the one we nested down here, or no, we didn't. This one up here. The base of the iron. We nested this one. Let's move this forward. Input priority left. Let's get a copper one in too. Put it at the base here. There isn't a great place that doesn't stick out. Maybe here. Add it to this. Copper plates. All of them. Give them power. Nice. We will go with more logistic slots. Didn't think about that, but I should have done that a while ago. Input priority right. Okay, we can take care of many of the others later, like red and blue. What'd you say, Oz? With 5, you run about as faster than the car. 6 or so, you can't control it. Just fly off the screen. No, I'm looking forward to upgrading all that. We already run pretty quick on the concrete and on the conveyor belts here. It's almost as good as I need for right now. But yeah, a lot of this is getting unloaded. That's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and go for the night. I will be back on Wednesday. I'm deliberating on what game it's going to be. If you have any suggestions, drop by the Discord. Link can be found just under the video on the Twitch page. And leave me some suggestions, because I'm going to be probably rolling with something new on Wednesday. But we'll stick with Factorio on Sunday nights, because this has been going pretty well. And thanks again for joining. Let's take a look and see if we have... Maybe we have 3. Maybe we should raid somebody. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Who else is playing Factorio tonight? Yeah, anytime. I hope to see you next time. Yeah, let's jump over to Atomic. He joined us the other night, and he was pretty cool. Chilling in the middle of the base right now. Nice. You should take a, if you could take a recording, you should send me a picture. You may have already. If not, I'll check it later. But yeah. So let's go ahead and raid Atomic Nature. He's pretty cool. At least I believe it's he. They're pretty cool. And as always, I'll see you next time. Have a good night.